Everybody, yeah, rock your body, yeah, yeah. Everybody, rock your body right.
You're so bad with like cues. I'm like,
But
and in silence. That's it. Okay. Well, thank you for that.
because I
Great.
had to start the song, stupid.
Because I had to start
Welcome
the
back, guys.
song.
Welcome back to our chaotic episode. Jessica's always giving me shit about it. How to
Always.
do all the things, but it just
No.
is what it is.
What?
Love me,
I'm not always giving
love
you.
me anyway.
I
Love
do.
me.
I
Or what was
do.
that one song? There's a Victoria something. Love me or hate me, it's just a
Oh,
shit. Do you remember that song?
yes.
She's like
I
a
do. Did it, did
European,
it, did.
maybe. She's
Love
like a
me or hate
European.
me. It's just an
Love
obsession.
me.
Love me or hate me. That is the question. If you love me, then thank you. If you hate me, then fuck you. Something like that.
Yeah. See, you
Yeah.
know. You know.
I knew it deep down, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know if things that could not tell you a thing about the artist. I know she's British. That's about it. That's the thing I know.
That's
That's
the
the
thing.
one.
I know that she has an accent, and that is about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, how was everybody doing?
Yeah, hopefully everyone had a good Valentine's Day weekend. Thanks
Yeah.
again to everybody who had sent us all of the questions. We had obviously such a good turnout of questions. It
Mhm.
was like an hour and a half episode, and we had questions rolling in after the fact too. So thank you so much again.
Yeah.
What we might do in the future, for the future card pull episodes is do a story or like a shout out that day because that's where we
Mhm.
got the most questions. So that way, if you don't
Yeah.
you don't forget about it, you can just think what do you need at that moment and then just go from there.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if I told you this, but I can go live on my TikTok. I
Oh, is
don't
that
know
right?
why. I think it's because like our basic page is like a business, even though it's not like lucrative. Jimmy is not a business. But on mine, it was like you can go live. I was like, what? And I have like no followers. I think I have
Oh,
like
oh,
70 followers. I think. Actually, I
that's
don't, I'm not even gonna bother looking because I know it's not that many. But
I
I'm like,
don't
that'd
even,
be
I barely,
fun.
yeah, that is fun. Well, now that we know that we can go live on a account, because
I'm
I
like,
downloaded
who can we
TikTok
talk
not,
to?
I know where the fuck. Yeah,
So
honestly,
yeah.
I have to load it back onto my phone
No, you
no
don't.
girl
Leave it
has
off.
so much space in her phone. I
Uh-huh.
never honestly I don't even think about going on it. I always forget about it.
That's good.
And then you or mom or whoever else will send me TikToks. I'm like, fuck, to get in the app again.
It's so
Shit.
addictive. Like, I'll be honest, I like forget to check Facebook all the time. I go
Oh,
on
fair.
Instagram primarily for work purposes and literally because you and Matt send me like
Yeah.
reels. So I go and I watch the
Yeah.
reels you send me and then I like don't go on. So I don't watch stories. I don't scroll any of those. TikTok is the thing I do. So
Which is so funny considering that's like no. Oh God. No. Help.
it's okay.
Okay.
Don't worry about it
I'm
right
just
now.
like, what is all this thing? What is all of these things?
He's
Because I never
fine.
go on TikTok. So I barely know how to work this thing.
That's
I
fine.
have 23, no, I have 17 followers.
Good on you. Yeah, well, now that we're looking, I don't know. I mean, it really does
Oh,
not
God.
matter if you want to follow me on my personal. Although, you know what? I think I'm pretty clever. Hold on. I have 107 followers. I had no idea. Um, fancy
No.
me. But
How do you know if you can go live?
I have no idea. I got like a notification.
Oh shit.
I don't know. I don't know. This is so stupid. Let's not talk about it. Let's get over it. We're fine.
Okay. All right.
We're
Okay. We're
fine.
not
We're
worried about it.
fine. Are we fine? Are
We're
we fine?
super not worried about it at all. But something's on our
No.
basic your page. Some something. Oh, so there's a friend
This
on
is
there.
okay. Well, we're moving
Oh, we
on.
have a
I'm moving
friend.
on. Okay, so yeah,
We
we had a lot of people reach out after the episode. And like again, like I don't know anything about anybody who was submitting, but Brittany kind of did a lot more on that like organizational side. So people were like
yeah.
sending her messages like left, right, and center about like
It
confirming everything. I was like, yay, I love it,
it
but
was
thank
so
you.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so nice because like we just appreciate like the confirmation that something actually resonated.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
really appreciated that because
Yeah.
sometimes you just don't know. And like we've talked about for many an episode, Jessica and I read differently, and sometimes it's on track, sometimes it's super left field.
Yeah.
So it was awesome to see the messages come in
Yeah.
with the confirmations that were like, holy shit, well, that's amazing that it resonated.
Yeah. So that was really cool. I like love that. So you were like sending me like probably like 8 different messages of like
Mhm.
screenshotted messages. It was like, oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. So I know I loved it. Yeah. It was awesome. And I loved as well how everyone's response to Jessica's being so uncomfortable with sex question was so funny. It was so funny, just
Is
so
it funny? I'm just like,
uncomfortable.
I'm just,
It's just so funny. There's just like there's nothing that bothers Jessica. There's literally nothing
I
that
could
bothers Jessica other than
not in sex.
snot touching her neck and anything to do with sex.
Yes. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. And you'll be so glad to know that Colin and Maria like dogpiled me the other day and were like
Oh
going
my
for
God.
my neck. And I'm like, I was scream laughing in the kitchen. So then what did I do to Colin yesterday? I held out his hands like, how does it feel? My son, who's
Oh.
5. How does it feel to have your neck touched? And he was like, "Wah!" I was like, exactly. I hate it. Ah,
God, that's so funny.
I realized my teeth.
Yeah, it's so funny.
But anyways, yeah.
But that's the
So
thing. Otherwise, there's really nothing that can happen that'll bother Jessica very much. Like it's pretty rare that
I'm
Jessica can be
kind of an
bothered.
unbothered person,
Yeah,
except
it's just like
I'm
three
like,
really random things.
like why can't I just talk about it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh
no.
God, it's so
Like,
funny.
no. Like, I can't even talk about it now. It's like, nah, even not even the
No,
hypothetical. No, no, I'm good. It's fine.
it's just funny. It's just funny. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
But God, but yeah, no, it was such a good episode. We hope that you had as many laughs as we did.
Yeah. It was a long one, but yeah, by the end of it, we're like, so
Oh, I
it's
was
a bit of an
so
energy
absolutely exhausted.
hangover.
Well, and that's the thing. I felt so bad that we couldn't do a final
Yeah.
weekly read, but we were tapped
We were
out.
trapped. But you know what? It's like those kind of things too. Like, I mean, we only do our little brief readings at the end. And like, we
Yeah,
want to do more, but like, to what capacity is enough then? Right?
yeah,
Like, I know we usually do like our one or two. I'm just looking at my deck of cards if you're wondering what I'm looking at. But like, man,
yeah.
I would do readings every episode if people wanted. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's
Like,
fine. Yeah.
and I mean that, like, I don't think I mean, we reserve them because there isn't, I shouldn't say there isn't many, but you know what I mean? But like it's easier to
But we
lump
don't
sum
want them
them.
just to get lost in the shuffle either. We want them to feel important.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and
Like
when we
dedicate
are
the time
on,
to
we're
do it.
on.
But like
Yeah,
when like if like I said, if there's like a request to do it, like we are doing weekly episodes, Jamie. So I would be
that's it.
fine doing either like a readings episode, like in between our regular episodes, or do you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know. But like if people want readings, like just reach out to us. You don't have to wait for us to put it out there. Like just let us know. And we can
Yeah,
put it on
exactly.
the
Just throw it out
podcast.
there.
The other thing is I still want to make it interesting for other people who just want the content, who don't necessarily want the readings, right? So,
Me too.
anyways,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Mixed bag. Let me know how you feel. But
No, I get it. I'm the same. Yeah, I'm the same there too. We're just like, well,
yeah.
let's just rock and roll with it.
Rocking and rolling, rocking and rolling. But yeah, anyways, that's that.
But yeah. So thanks again for everybody
Mhm.
that was submitted the questions and was vulnerable and all that wonderful
Yeah,
stuff. Let's
so
hope that you got
good.
what you did.
Yeah, because we didn't say any names. It was just the questions, right? I have
We
no
didn't say
idea.
any name.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't even know because, like, in previous times we're like, oh, this person goes by the name of this or whatever,
Right.
or what to be referred to as. But I don't think we did any of that. We're just like, the next person said this. So hopefully it all matched
That's
up.
exactly it.
I feel
Yeah.
like if you
And
know,
that,
you know.
well, and the thing that is something that had come up, like no one seemed confused. Everyone knew what their question was.
Yeah.
So even though you and I didn't know what their question, or sorry, who they were, because I had just like copy and pasted and like put them all in a note.
Yeah.
And then if I remembered the conversation with that person, I would know who that was. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I was like, well, we're gonna wing it. And wing it we did. So
Wing it, we did. But
yeah. So
anyway,
again, thank
yeah.
you guys for being so amazing. We love you all.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise, Valentine's Day, fun.
Yes. Yeah. And then
Right?
Canada had our family day, which
Family
was
Day.
a little long weekend, and it was the day that we got to finally announce that we're having a second baby.
Oh,
And
baby,
we're
another
a
baby.
baby.
Uh,
Another. We only have a boy,
I
and now
mean,
we're
that's an
having.
oh, you're purple. Oh, you're
I
purple
did
for
see
a
that.
hot
I don't
minute.
know if YouTube saw that.
Surprise! It's funny because it's a girl. Yay!
Yes. Talk about spiritual intervention. Hey, it's just like, wait a minute.
Funny. British computer always glitches. Yes, very, 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 very
Yes, a little
excited.
baby girl coming our way in. So
Yes. Now, like
that
I've
is one
talked to other
reason.
people about like the symmetricalness of our families, but like, okay, so your son and my son, I shouldn't say don't like astronomically like align. They're just kind of like we didn't have a Aries in the family and we didn't have a Gemini, and
That's
now we
right.
do. Very cool, fancy.
Yeah.
But
Well,
so
and for Harrison's birth date and my birth date are the same day. They're not the same month.
yeah,
They're both on the 6th, which is a spiritual connection that we were together in a previous life.
cool. Well, I was gonna
Yeah.
go on to the other thing, which is my daughter is a Scorpio, like Brittany, and your daughter will be a Taurus, like
Yeah, exactly. I know I was telling that to somebody the other days.
oh good.
Well, now since the announcement's been out there, been having lots of good chats, and I have actually said that quite a bit. I'm like, now I'm going to have a Taurus, and so
Mhm.
that's had the conversation of like, well, how do Scorpios and Tauruses get along? And I was like, actually, it's good that they are not afraid to butt heads
No.
because they're both powerhouse personalities and horoscopes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Horoscopes? No,
Yeah,
that's not
both
right.
zodiac horoscopes.
Yeah, they're both like
Yeah. But we're
big
sister
bully.
signs. We're very compatible. We're very
That's the thing.
compatible, right? And
Yeah.
it's funny because our
Yes.
brother is also a Scorpio, but now he's
Yeah.
an October Scorpio, so it's a little bit different, not even different. He's still Scorpio, which kind of does explain how we mesh. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think overall as siblings, of course, Matt, I didn't know if Matt listens anymore. I hope he does.
I
Hey,
don't
Matt,
know.
I miss you. I
Hey,
love
Matt,
you.
has fun. And
But like
then
we do pretty like mesh fairly well. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And like that's the thing again, like we were never afraid to fight as kids. That's fine. But
yeah,
like just like
yeah,
you would with other siblings, you'd fight like cats and dogs one
yeah.
minute and then 20 minutes later you'd be like, "Hey, do you want to come play with me?"
You wanna go to Walmart? No, but it's funny
No,
because like
I don't know, I
Brittany's
just kicked you in the throat, but like also
oh
I'm bored
God.
and I'm sad.
I nearly just broke your arms, but you want to come play with me? But
Exactly.
like that one incident specifically that I nearly fucking broke both. Do you not remember?
I don't even remember. All I remember is when you high kicked me in the throat and I like laid on the ground and like half passed out.
You
Well,
make it sound like
mom.
I'm the bully. Like I was defending myself, and every time you were the bully.
No,
So
I'm
don't
just
make it
kidding.
out
I was
like
just as bad.
your victim is here, Brittany.
Yeah,
Oppressor is
like,
there.
sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
The worst thing that I've ever done to you was scratch marks, and
That's a
that's
lie.
about it.
That's a lie. Blood. Lots of
Okay,
blood.
tell me. Hey, let's just air out
Yeah,
all the dirty
exactly.
laundry.
I
Let's go.
guess so. You're like more of like a what's the word? Mental trauma. I've got some no,
I could destroy it. Yeah. That's
yeah.
the thing with Scorpios though too,
Yeah.
is yes, we may not be the muscle, but
I'm
we
more
will
muscle. I'm
we will inflict some really deep
she's like
emotional wounds
she's like
on you.
psychological, exactly. Whereas mine, like I could hurt you physically. I mean, that
Yeah,
doesn't sound
physically,
it
yeah,
sounds
with you being
awful.
basketball
I'm
and rugby and every sport, like I knew
I'm
my body was going to be in pain.
yeah, I'm more physical torture. Brittany's more psychological torture. This is so bad.
Yeah,
To siblings,
it was
not
a
to people
bad.
we meet, not to people we meet.
No,
Like no, but
no, it's one of those things too. Like
yeah.
you, from anyone who's known us growing up, we would never inflict that on anybody.
First, we're like, do you need a hug? Can I help you? And oh,
Other than when you, oh my God, I have this little mini snippet story. Other than if we really love you, we're gonna say something. Like
mhm.
you, me, and your Ryan were in Costco one time. And I think you're pregnant with Colin because you were not having a good day. And then your Ryan
Probably
was making
pregnant.
you your Ryan was making you mad. I remember you pulled aside and you're like that. Oh my God, I have to say. You're like, if you don't stop, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face. Be like, whoa, holy shit.
Obviously, and also for the record, I've never punched my husband in the face, just so you know.
No, but it was something that you needed to get out, and that's okay because you both are
Like,
Tauruses and you both
both
have to
horses.
yell it out.
Exactly. We yell it out. But
Yeah,
that's fine. That's we get like we're like, "Ah," and then we're fine.
yeah.
Okay, I don't know where I was going. It's fine. Yeah. Happy days.
But yeah, now that we
Um,
have all these
yeah,
fun synchronicities in our family.
yeah. So I'm very
But
excited.
if you guys have also noticed in our previous episodes about Jessica coming home, I had our buddy Taylor message me and she's like, "Is this why Jessica's coming home in May?" I was like, "Yes."
I know.
She's like,
And I like
"Oh."
I thought like and I actually she spoke like she texted me, she's like, "You're such a good secret keeper." I was like, I didn't tell you that. But also I was
I
like, wait
assumed
a
you
second.
did.
I
I just assumed you did because a bunch of your friends knew because they
I like
messaged me anyway.
that's I'm like, I don't even know. Like what because remember when I was messaging the girls, I can't remember, it was like mentioned to you, but or maybe it was like we found out you were having a girl, and then I said, she's having a girl, and they're like, she's pregnant. I was like, who did I tell? Clearly no one. Clearly told nobody back home that you were pregnant because I was just like, ah, of course, people here, they all know, but they don't see you, they don't know.
Yeah.
But,
No, but
but
it's
yeah,
so funny. Frick, I had
so
such a
funny.
yeah. I had a lot of Jessica's friends reach out over the last couple like obviously when the announcement was made, then everybody flooded in. But I had a good couple of your friends over the last month be like, "So this is what I hear. Congratulations, blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Oh,
So
great, that's
funny.
awesome."
And I'm like, and
Doesn't
now I'm like,
bother
who did I
me.
tell? I'm like, I don't know. I don't
You're like,
know.
it's hard to say. It's hard
Hard
to
to
say.
say.
But yes, yes, now the secret is out.
Yep.
The longer the short it is, I am just as sick as I was with Harrison.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I can't talk too fast. I can't walk and talk at the same time. I can't bend over. Um, but I can eat whatever I want
Yeah.
until now, because now I just got diagnosed with gestational diabetes. But like whatever, it's like so fine.
It's fine. And you know what? That is the man's portion. Did you know that all of that genetics comes straight from the men? So it's
The
rise fall.
diabetes, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
That's
funny because
that's so
like,
so just so you know, that's not in your control at all. It is
oh,
all purely portioned to the
I'm gonna
contribution.
teach him because he was just like, because he was like, well, don't he gets me all nervous about shit, and it doesn't. It's pretty easy to when you have anxiety.
Yeah.
Like when they're like, well, you
Yeah.
might have diabetes after this. And I was like, yeah, there's a pretty high chance. Yes. And
Yeah.
both of our babies could also have diabetes in like their later 40s or 50s. So
Yeah.
like it just is what it is. But now that I know that it was his genetics in the first place,
Yeah.
even though you don't
So
listen to us
so
right
hold on
now,
because it says okay, it's a significant influence. So that's just so that yeah. So I don't know if it's
crazy.
all that, but it's a significant.
Huh,
Yes. Yeah.
wild.
A fun fact for you. Just a fun fact.
Wild.
And that's it
Yeah.
goes for any
But
mom out there. It is like just out of your control. If it happens, it happens. And
yeah,
the moment you have the
both.
baby, it's like, I'm fine. It's just,
Literally. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and even like last time I threw up every day. That's what I do now. Until the very end. I remember throwing up on the way to the OR room. And I was like, just 1 second. Let's keep
Exactly.
on walking.
Rocking and
But
rolling.
wait, there's something else I was gonna say about that. Oh yeah, now we can tell, or now I can tell everybody that um that last year before we got pregnant, I was heavily into asking our buddy Jen Draper for card reading, and my biggest question is, am I gonna get pregnant soon? And she pulled the card in a few weeks.
Hmm.
In a few weeks? Or a few months. I can't remember now. It was really like spot on. And then I also got body talk from our beautiful friend Kelsey Parker, and she had a date in mind, and the date, and
Of
now I can't
conception, you
remember.
think?
It wasn't though, that's the thing. It wasn't the date, but it was definitely around. She said that you'll either conceive the baby at that time or you will have the baby by this date.
Okay,
And that
interesting.
date was June 20th, so it wasn't conceivement because that month
You're
didn't
gonna
matter.
have a
But
baby
we'll have
by
the
June
little baby by then.
20th. Yeah.
So yeah, our little magical baby is coming.
Hooray. I was going to ask you because when I was pregnant with Maria, I felt like
Wow.
she took all of my magic like away. It
Sure.
was gone. I felt
Yeah.
like I was just holding magic in my belly, but I had like no access to it. Do you
That's all right.
feel any of that siphoning? Do you feel like you're a stronger witch because of it? Do you feel like you're like, have you, I mean, again, it's been like a really busy time. And if you haven't been feeling well, you maybe you don't have tapped in that much, but do you feel any strengthening or worsening or any of that with your abilities?
When it comes to the spiritual side, I think that. it didn't actually affect that part yet. But again, no, Grizzly. I've been thick as hell. So I haven't been able to fully spend time doing it.
Mhm.
Um, whew, sorry.
And now you're like, and
Uh,
now I'm nauseous, which is
and
okay. So
yeah.
so funny because like that's part of your like your tell of like, is a message coming through or is this just nausea?
Yeah, I know. That's because I had to ask Jessica a couple or last month. I was like, what is the way the spirit's
Yeah.
coming to
No,
me?
it's not
Because I
her.
can't remember. It was like you got nauseous, and I was like, shit.
Uh-huh.
I need a different sign, guys.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but the thing is, when we were doing readings for the
Hmm.
last episode, I could tell when my body was tapped into the messages because it was a different type of nauseous. It was definitely like a different energetic feeling. So I
Yeah.
definitely know the difference between being nauseous just to be nauseous or
Mhm.
being tapped or tapping into the spiritual side. So
Yeah.
um I would say that even though I wish I have made more time to get into my witchy fun practices and stuff, I haven't been able to emotionally and mentally. So that is my next little bit since I'm already off work, as some people know.
Yeah.
Sorry. But that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess, for my life. And
Yeah.
so I feel once this baby girl's room is being renoed and I can set up what I'm thinking for decorations for her and stuff, of course it's going to be magical. And yeah, I feel like that point, maybe I'll get to spend a little bit more time um even getting into reading some of my witchy books and exploring a little bit. Jessica and I've talked about in the past, not in the past, we talked about literally before this episode started that
Yeah.
we'd like to go through our first season of episodes if there was any of the topics that we'd like to expand on more now that we know more than we know. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Just kind of
yeah.
some of that stuff. Oh, sorry. Sorry. And a work email just came through. It's fine. What was I gonna say to you? It's gone from my brain.
But now I remembered also because my one buddy, the first pregnancy, gave me tarot pregnancy book.
Oh yeah.
And it's always so spot on. So now I've felt like I've actually looked into it more at this time. Right now, as of today, February 19th, I am, let's see here. Good old apps. Thank God. My
Good
brain.
old apps.
I am 28 weeks today. 28 weeks, so I'm 7 months today.
7 months pregnant today?
Isn't 28 divided by 4, 7?
I suppose 28 divided by 4, 7. Yeah, you're right. But then I'm like, I always think I'm like, but wait, but you're due in May, which is like
I
3 months away. So that's I'm like,
know. But the thing is, though, I'm not due at the end of May either.
okay, hold on,
It's
because you're
40 weeks.
40
40
weeks.
weeks, though. Keep in mind,
40
it's
weeks
40
is
weeks.
technically
10 months.
10 months pregnant.
Right.
That's full weeks gestational. But yeah, you're right.
That's right.
You'll be like a 38 weeker, right? Ish around
Probably,
that.
I don't even know. Don't even know. Because
Whoever
as
made
people,
up this like line that you're pregnant for 9 months, like fuck you. No, you're not. You're pregnant for most of the year. Like, I'm sorry. Was it a man? Was it a man?
yeah, exactly.
Was it
Well,
a
it's
man? Like
probably,
from the moment you miss your first period, does that month not count of being pregnant? But it's like when you
but
are,
it
then you're
does,
like, oh,
when
geez.
you conceive, it's already considered a week or something really weird. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, I have a good laugh about it. And of
Yeah.
course, we'll be planning a C-section again my reasons are, um, that,
I heard that.
well,
Oh.
that's honey.
Oh. The fact you're like,
Honey. Yeah.
yeah.
The reasons are we want my spouse to actually be there for the birth
Yeah.
of the baby. Gestational diabetes will also play a role, so they'll have to do it earlier so the baby's not gigantic.
Hmm.
And then and the third reason, sorry, that's Grizzly. Kids are off school, so they're outside.
Mm.
Oh.
Sorry, what was the third
Uh,
reason?
Sorry, 1 second, guys. Grizzly, that was another one. Okay, we're gonna bark again. Girls.
I don't know. I can't hear them at all, Britt.
Anyways, um, so dramatic. Not sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so dramatic. Oh, good Lord. Okay. So, the last one of the reasons too is through C-sections, you are also, since the baby is coming, I've said this before, but since the baby is going through a different way of leaving your body, it is also, in a way, breaking generational trauma because it's not going through the same port as your mom and her mom and everything like that. It's going through a different part of your body, which means they have a different chance of breaking generational
Okay.
crisis. It's crazy.
Totally fair. It's hard. I don't know. That's yeah, okay. Okay.
Everyone's so different too, right? That's just
Well,
it's just the
totally. Oh yeah,
the
I just have
positive
never
way
seen
of
it
looking.
like that. No, I've just never like thought of it that way. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know. Like I had babies, but it wasn't like I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, whatever needs to happen needs to happen. It wasn't like
yeah.
I wanted to be doped up to the
Oh
sky.
yeah, fair.
Failed.
Yeah. Yeah,
Whatever.
that was not enjoyable for Jessica.
Okay. I was not a nice pregnant lady. Let's just say that. I was
No,
like
well, I'm
lovely.
sure, but the thing is, I'm sure you were very kind to your nurses.
Of
You just
course.
weren't
Why
kind to
would I
us.
be a dick? Why would I be a dick to them? I'm a dick to my children now. No.
Oh my
Oh,
God. Oh,
um,
I don't know if anyone else had a laugh from last time how you bullied that kid.
oh my God. I know when I made that girl cry, that's my lovely bit. But funny fact, just to totally change the subject on you.
Yeah,
So Maria, my daughter, has
yeah.
like started this thing, and it's just in like the last week we've kind of noticed it, and like, but very prevalent, where she kind of like talks in a demon voice sometimes, where she'll,
Oh,
or like she'll
oh,
say
that's
things, my name is Maria, or whatever. I can't even do it. Oh my
that
God.
is
But the way she
so
talks,
funny.
it's so funny, but I'm like, what?
And it's
And
so
like,
random. Like she won't do it on cue. She'll just randomly do it out of nowhere.
she'll just do it.
That's
Like
so
she'll be
funny.
having a conversation or whatever, like, as best as a 3-year-old can. And then
Yeah.
she'll be like, can I have some strawberries? Can I have some strawberries? I'm like, oh my God. And so granddad was like, or like Ryan's dad was in front of me, just like, what? I was like, yeah,
Do you? Okay.
she's kind of adapted the southern voice that she likes to do sometimes. So I'm like, I'm gonna sage you later.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to be in your bed sleeping while I quickly coat the house
Exactly.
in
Yeah.
white sage
Yeah.
or
Love it.
Palo Santo.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm so tired all of a sudden. It's okay. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's fair.
anyways,
That's a lot of energy
that's
stuff.
that's that anyways. But yeah, I can't remember what else I was gonna tell you, but it is.
But yeah,
Um
we were thinking of going through our New Year's resolutions of how everybody's
yes.
where
We
everybody's
have
at so far.
giving that chance to like recall. So we did just have a full moon last week. And I always like
Yeah.
to think of like the full moon and then like as it's getting smaller, like the same, it's a renewal time, right? So things that we're starting to like wind out of our lives, stuff that we want to wind out. So I think that we've had like a good chance to kind of sit with stuff, try out some of the resolutions that we wanted to do. Again, whether it was
Yeah.
like a physical commitment or like a mental one. Do you know what I mean? Like that mindfulness that I was focusing on, or like a declutter, anything that you felt like you wanted to do for your life in this year. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I've just kind of been thinking on my own of stuff that I'm like, okay, like how just to check in, like have I been more mindful? Have I been more, XYZ? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Right. I don't even
Personally,
remember what mine
yeah,
was, to be honest.
yeah, I know. And that's kind of it too, is it's only been like 9 months. I just go to bed. Um,
Mhm.
it's only been, if, what is it, 6 weeks into the year, not even. And I mean, some people were like, go hard for like the first 2 weeks, and now all of a sudden, like, where are we now? So I guess it is a good point to make like, okay, what was important to you at the beginning of the year, and what can you
Yeah.
start now? Like I said, because it isn't a, oh well, I have to wait till next year to do it. It's like, no, like if those aren't aligning with you, aligning with you, then,
Yes.
if there's other things you want to call forward. So like from personal experience, like I said, I've been more mindful and I definitely felt more mindful. I've been other like okay, so in the last couple of years I've been like doing like workouts and stuff. I had a trainer and I was really enjoying that, but financially it was a big strain, so I had to step back from that.
Yeah.
But since this year has started, I've actually not put my physical um well-being or whatever on like my workout, all that stuff on the back burner, but I've had to take a step back from it. I'm still working out all the time, I still do what
Yeah.
I've got to do, but I can't devote the mental space to that. So what I'm doing is I'm going to counseling every week because I need my
Such
mental
a huge
maintenance.
deal.
I need that maintenance right now. Like that is where I feel like my brain power needs to be spent. I need that
Yeah.
kind of maintenance, and like the check-ins and stuff like that were getting to be too taxing for me. And they were like once a week. It wasn't like everyday
But
check-ins. It
sometimes
wasn't like
that's
this.
a lot.
But that's what I mean. I'm like, I could not, I'm just not in the mind space where that's what I can focus on. And I had a really good chat with my trainer about it because I kind of fell off
Oh,
the face of the
good.
earth. But I was like, this is what I need this right now. I don't know what
Yeah.
the role looks like for you going forward just yet. I just need this to be what I'm focusing on. So so
Mhm.
every Friday morning, like I'm going, it's great. I love it. And like I said,
Amazing.
like I'm still looking after myself physically. Like, like I said, I'm busy. I'm doing whatever I need to do, what I feel like I need to do, but I'm
Yeah.
not holding it over my head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not putting anything on paper. I'm not doing any numbers
That's
because
nice too.
I just cannot. I have no mental room for that. So I think in
Yeah.
time, maybe that'll be something I address with my counselor. But at this point, I'm just like, I cannot. And I'm okay with that because I think
That's
like,
good.
at the beginning of or late last year, like again, all last year, like I've been on this journey for a while, but since
Yeah.
Maria's been going to school in September, I'm like, who the fuck am I? And then having that
Because
existential
you have
crisis,
more time to do
it
things you never had.
literally, so going through that and finding out who I am aside from being a mom again, after being like a dedicated mother only for like how many years, it's like, okay. So anyways, so that's mine, is I'm still working away. I'm happy where I am. I'm comfortable. I've made some really big decisions in the last few weeks regarding like stuff here, stuff back at home. Like it has been a
Yeah.
maintenance period for me, and I'm delighted that
Well, it's maintenance and growing.
sorry?
Maintenance and growing.
Absolutely. But like I think there was so much stuff happening in my brain. I just needed like help to weed through one layer at a time. And then I love it
Yes.
because I told Brittany I want to do kind of like a homework series with you guys. But like whenever I go to counseling, I'm like, okay, this is like, my follow-up from last week. This is the stuff I've done. And like when I leave my appointments, I was like, okay, so this is what I need to work on. And that's this is the conversation I need to have. And then perfect. So then like I've already had my conversation that I needed help to kind of build. And now when I go back on Friday, I'll be like, woohoo, we had a chat.
Yeah.
And this is how it went or whatever. So, and then I can kind of go from there and see how it's going. And if it's still bothering, anyways. So, but I have to say this, I know this is not part of the conversation or part of the podcast. Like
Okay.
when I had my postpartum, like when I was in my deep depression, I wasn't ready for therapy. I needed the
Oh, fair
drugs.
enough.
Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
needed something that would get my head above water, and I was
Yeah.
not ready to talk about it until now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Which is great.
Yeah.
That's why it
That's
takes
not for
6 to 7
everybody.
years for mamas to figure their stuff
Yeah.
out after
Yeah.
kids.
I emotionally was not ready for therapy. Not
Yeah.
ready. Whereas now
Yeah.
I am like I needed the drug. Like I said, I'm weaning off of that. Like I'm in a whole process. I'm in a whole journey right now. And
That's good.
but I was not ready until now. More
Yeah.
specifically, I was not ready until like November 2024.
Well, there you go.
Figure out what's
Yeah.
going on. So, anyways,
Which is a big deal. It's a big deal. Pro mental health. Mental
yeah,
health.
absolutely.
Take care of it any way you know how to. And if not, you
Exactly.
can ask for help.
Exactly. But yeah, so that's my continued goal here is to continue decluttering my brain and my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
So I'm going to like my little corner here, like we're in the process of doing some stuff as Brittany knows, like we're moving upstairs. Like there's things that were happening around here, but I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
at least like a third of the shit that I have is going donated,
That'll feel so nice. Yeah. That'll
but
feel
like a
so nice.
third. Like I want to see a difference in what we're physically carrying
Well,
with us.
and especially because you brought over X amount of stuff and then have just been collecting more ever since,
Yeah.
where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, we moved here with this much. What's necessary? If we were to move again, what's necessary to bring with us that we literally brought with us the first time?
Exactly, yeah. And again, is it
Yeah,
still relevant to me? Like,
that's it too.
like things that I've again accumulated, it's like why did I feel like I needed it? And do I still need it for that same purpose? Or again,
Yeah,
like, yeah. So
well, exactly. Especially when it comes to Maria clothes, feel free to bring all that shit back
it's such a
home.
waste of clothes. Actually, like filling up a suitcase. She's actually like we have a niece here as well, right? So
Oh, well,
she's
that's
kind
a
of been
thought.
getting
I
all
didn't
those
want to take
leftovers.
it. Which is good too. We
It's
do
good.
have a bunch
Yeah.
of more your friends than
That's
mine, because a
true.
lot of my friends have boys that I've been getting
Yeah.
lots of girl clothes,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
I'll have to see what I've got back home anyways, but yeah, I have like a few
No.
like my favorite bits that they wore that like will follow me forever,
Yeah.
I think. But
Well, and I
yeah.
feel like those should go into like a memory box or like create them
Mhm.
into like a shadow box or
Yeah.
pillow or something cute. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Anyways,
I
but
love
yeah.
it. Well, what if
Well,
we get into a card read for everybody?
okay, let's do it. I'm gonna do my Kim Kranz Animal Spirit deck because I haven't done it in a minute because I did the other one, the Unusual Annual, which I really love.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm not I had a chat with someone and she's like, "Stop saying my name on the podcast. You guys are so funny." I'm not gonna say her name. But she gave me
Mm.
that deck and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
Jackie, right?
that's Jackie.
Jack-
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I was like, I know this name, don't I?
Oh my God, you guys make me smile. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, do you want us to not say your name? Like, I meant it. Like, do you want us to stop? Because we'll stop, Jimmy. Because sometimes people don't want that, and like, we kind of just did.
Well,
Um,
sorry in advance if I name drop you because I love you, so sorry. Tough
exactly.
shit.
I was like, it's
Move
fine. But anyway, but no.
on.
Yeah, Jackie, darling, darling girl, I love you.
That's so fun. But no, and we love and appreciate our friends. So of course we want to shout their names from the highest,
Exactly.
highest
From the
mountain list.
highest,
From the
ain't
high.
no happiness now. Yeah.
So
Anyways,
I'm pulling from my
the look
Hocus
you just
Pocus
gave me.
deck.
Which
I don't think I've pulled from this deck yet this season. So
I think so.
Hocus Pocus deck, tarot. So we'll see what everyone needs to hear this week. It's cards I need to play with more because they're a bit sticky. I hate that when I have a deck that I haven't actually played with for a good while, so they're not as easy to shuffle.
Yeah.
If you hear that in the background, that's Honey being a mischievous girl. Now that she needed to go outside, now she's like, it's also -50, so I'd like to come back in.
Um,
No.
I forgot how cold it is outside. It is, yeah.
Yeah, -50 here with the wind chill. It's pretty bad.
It's at 12 degrees, so that's fine. But it was pissing down rain. And I mean pelting.
See, that's the thing is I
Um,
don't know what I'd rather. I
mm,
don't know what I'd rather.
yeah, it's chilly. Like I have a blanket on. I'm also in like a glass
Yeah.
room. But my
Because
brother-in-law was,
sometimes
oh God,
nowadays
it
are
looks like,
really bad.
sorry.
Tell me what?
I was gonna say Jake got caught in like the rain. Like I was helping out gymnastics and he was like emptying his van and there was mats everywhere. Like nothing was fitting his van. It was all falling out of his van. And I'm not kidding you. It was like he was standing in a shower. And he came in and he's
Oh,
just dripping and like all the mat. Oh
oh,
my God, I felt so bad because I'm like, are you okay? Can I help you? No, okay. Thank you.
okay.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus. He's like, it just all happened at once. And then it was raining. I was like, oh my God. Anyway. So rain, go away. Come again another day.
Yeah, and I like a good rain shower once in a while, but I don't know how I would do if it was constant, just like the snow.
Yeah.
Because with at
We
least with the snow, it's not just like so heavy that you can't see and
yeah.
you're like completely soaked. Like you are completely soaked with snow if you get in the snow. But
Yeah, there was
otherwise,
it's kind of cold. Yeah,
it's
exactly. Whereas like,
freezing.
oh
Yes.
shit, like I didn't bring a rain jacket. I'm like, oh, I have an umbrella in my car. Never thought I'd ever have a car umbrella, but I do.
But now you do.
It is in a glove
Okay, so
box.
I pulled the card, the 10 of potions.
Ooh, fancy. Okay, cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
And I already can't remember if I put it down reversed or if it was upright. So I'm going to read both. Take with what you want.
Sure. Oh, I didn't realize it had a alternate meaning.
Yeah, this deck does, yeah. So for part of the message is a cottage is only a home with a family there to share it with you. And you have indeed found happiness with others, whether they be your family, friends, or community.
Mhm.
Your joy is multiplied by everyone with whom you share it. Enjoy your happily ever after. And the reverse side, that again may or may not
Take what you want, leave
be
the
what's
rest. Yeah.
that's it. Yeah. Your home is broken and neglected. Those you once felt connected to have drifted away or become hostile. This card may indicate that you are overly romanticizing relationships and holding expectations that are too high. Your loved ones are only human.
Mhm.
So, but definitely like a home life card. So
Yeah. Oh,
take with
Jesus
what you will
Christ.
to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
reflect on your home.
Interesting. Cool. Well, I would just reflect on it either way, right? And either be,
Yeah.
absorb the people around you or
Well, that and
reevaluate.
like your home can also be your workplace. It's kind of
Mhm.
wherever you feel the safest.
Exactly.
If
Safe
your
space.
workplace is somewhere that you consider part of your home, that could be it too.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I've like pulled a card 4 times, but then I'm like, am I doing it right? That's how I feel right now. So maybe that is like a question or like part of the pull is like the person is like, or whoever this is for is like, I have no idea what I'm doing. That happens to me
Well,
all the
as
time. I'm
we
like played soccer last time. Like, I don't actually know if I know how to play this game that I've
that's
played
so
for
funny.
2 years.
Which
Um,
one?
Soccer.
Soccer? Oh, I was like, which game was it? I didn't hear you at first. I was like, oh God.
Starfish.
Oh, stars.
Yeah, stars and a fish. A starfish. Hold on. Da-na-na-na. I love how I don't know why, but my like waiting song is always the Gym Class Heroes. Take a look at my girlfriend. That's the only song I ever sing when I'm like, that's my what is it? My what is it? An elevator song or like waiting room song.
Oh, yeah.
Da da
Yeah.
da da. Okay, cool. This is neat. Beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. Sorry, my
Oh,
my desk is going wild as well. Sorry.
you're just, you guys are going on a roller coaster.
What?
Hoping not sickness on YouTube.
Sorry, guys.
Woo!
Sorry, guys. Okay, so the starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is, these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? So when you're in balance, you're uplifting, artistic, and expressive. When you're out of balance, you might gossip or feel empty. To bring into balance, positive friends. So I definitely feel like
Ah,
that
those cards are
card
connected
of
then.
you pulled maybe leans on like more of like the upright side because it is
Yeah.
like positive friends
Yeah.
bring
And
people who will
even
yeah
if the reversal was true,
yeah
how to kind of get out of that low space might be those friends or family members that are bringing the starfish energy to get you out of there. Cool.
yeah
I
baby
like it. I
cool
like
yeah,
it.
cool
Sweet.
beans
Okay, well,
sweet
thanks again for joining us this week. What'd you say?
yeah I didn't know I just laughed because we're just like sweet yeah cool yeah sweet
Yeah, yeah, I
anyway
know, honestly.
go on.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Basic Banter for Witches, or you can email us basicbanterforwitches@gmail.com.
yeah,
Yeah. If you have any questions you want us to answer on the pod, just send them our way.
that's
And we'll
exactly. Or
we'll
any guests that you're thinking that you'd like to see again or in the
yeah,
future.
suggestions. I
We've
was thinking
had
you
some in the
mentioned
queue that we've been meaning to
yeah,
get together. Just
you
timing has
mentioned
been.
yeah, you mentioned Jen Draper, and we haven't had her on since season 1. I'd love to have her back.
No, we had her too. We had her 1 and 2,
Oh, we did.
didn't we?
I don't
I swear we
remember.
did.
I definitely remember season 1. Um,
Yeah,
should we have her on twice? I don't even know. But anyways, we'll definitely have her back. That'd be great.
I did. We did because we had Harrison and you were with me downstairs.
That's right. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been a minute. Okay,
Drapes,
well,
Drapes, if you're
it is.
listening,
It's
we're gonna
time.
contact you to get back on
Time to
here.
come back to us.
Come back
Um,
to us,
yeah,
Stephanie.
yeah. Okay. Well, in the
Okay, guys,
meantime,
we love
we
you
love
all, and we'll see you on next week's episode.
Betcha.
So, see you later, guys.
Bye.
Love you. Bye bye. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Bye bye.